ago. How's it feel to be in the fold this spring and actually with the guys this spring as opposed to last year not being with them?
No, it feels amazing just to have that like team camaraderie. Just being around every single one of them. You know, they're all unique in their own way, and just like laughing in the locker room, cracking jokes, doing stupid stuff. That's what all like spring ball's about, and then coming out here and competing, and then loving one another up.
What's the potential of this year's team?
National championship. I mean, you know, we got that as our goal. We got the talent to do it. It's just really up to us.
What more do you think you can show out there that we maybe haven't seen in that first year as you were kind of getting used to everything, as everybody was getting used to everything?
Yeah, I think the biggest part for me is staying healthy. Obviously, I got banged up towards the middle of the season, and then as you see, like some of my production fell off. And so as long as I'm healthy, you know, I feel, even when I'm hurt too, but I feel like the most dominant player to touch the football field. And so I just got to stay myself, be true to myself, and, you know, everything will work out. You know, it's God's timing.
Is that kind of a plan? Because Coach Lee was talking about that too, about keeping you healthy and minimizing the amount of risks and hits that you take. Is that a conscious effort going into this year?
Yeah, you know, on the quarterback, that's always conscious what you look for, but my playing style, you know what I mean? I'm unique in my own way, and so, you know, whenever it's time to go win a football game, I'm putting my line on the body and go win it.
Will you be thinking about that, like, let's say at the beginning of games now, maybe you don't lower the head as much going into a pile, or, I mean, you got to be you, right?
Yeah, no, I'll always be me. But just, you know, when it comes down to it, like, when we get into deeper games and things like that, we have to be methodical about, you know, when I'm running the ball, what the play call is and things like that. But when it's time to take it over, I got to take it over.
How good is it to have Eli back as well?
Oh, when you know, when I stayed and he decided to come back, it was like a burden that left my shoulders, and it's just relief. I mean, that he'd be the best tight end in the draft right now. And you go look at his test numbers, what he can do. I'm like, bro, you would outperform everyone in the draft right now, whether it's at the running back, tight end, or wide receiver. So people will know when he tests. You know, it's going to blow up on Twitter and everyone's going to be surprised, but a lot of us won't.
What was your recruiting pitch like to him at that time?
I told me he's got to stay. It was during the bowl game too, so, you know, we were going back and forth, and he was deciding what he wanted to do, and I was just in his ear about, you know, if I get this year, you got to stay. And he just, you know, he understood. And obviously with NIL and stuff, you know, he's able to make money off his name, image, and likeness, and so I think that's a big reason why I stay too.
Tell us what we can expect from Kyle Young.
I don't even want to speak too much about him, but man, that kid's one of a kind. You see his build, his frame, I saw him as a freshman, sophomore, and then now it's like, bro, he's grown up totally. He's in and out of cuts, he stays square. I mean, that kid's one of a kind, and obviously we still got Seti coming back, but MK he's going to be a very dominant running back in the SEC.
Offensive line's probably going to look a little bit different than last year. How do you feel about that group coming into this spring?
I feel really good about those guys. J Mac, you know, leading at center. He's got a lot of starts at Liberty, and so I'm really excited for him to prove his point in the SEC. And then Asaya Glass, you know, coming, Gunner, all those guys obviously are going to be big additions to what we need here at Vanderbilt in order to go win a national championship.
What are you most looking forward to about this season?
I just want to see, like, how we can win games, but how dominant we can be in games is what I want to see. Obviously, you know, we're playing the SEC, the best of the best. So I want to see what we can do, how many points we can put up, how our defense could limit them, and then, you know, obviously make that separation and, you know, take off with the SEC.
South End will be done next year. How excited are you to play in a finish with more money fans next year?
That'll be real exciting. The most excited part that I am is probably that student section. Probably get rowdy, and it'll be awesome next year.